My name is Nicholas Duffy, and I'm the class of 2020 valedictorian at Frankfort Schuyler High School. And here's my graduation speech. I don't know about you guys, but graduation has always seemed unreal to me. I knew it was going to happen one day, but I never really expected the day to come. Now, I know that doesn't really make sense, but let me explain. For the past 13 years of our lives, we've been coming to school for 5 days a week. We've been going to practices and games, attending club meetings, and going home to do or ignore our homework. Then we get the summers off, wash, rinse, and repeat it all again the next year. Now, we did all of it in preparation for this moment. The overwhelming majority of our lives has been spent making sure that we are ready to step foot into the world that is opening up in front of us. And when we spend such a long time preparing for a single moment, it seems unreal when that moment finally comes. And we are at that moment right now. In the 13 years it took for us to get here, we've experienced, learned, and questioned so much, with all of it shaping us into who we are today. Notable examples include the joy of finding out you and your best friend got the same teacher for the next year in elementary school, or finally figuring out what the heck is happening in chemistry class, or figuring out how to open up your locker on the first day of middle school, or asking, did we even learn that when taking an important test? And everything else in between. There's so much I could talk about when discussing all of the things we've done over the years that I would be talking here for hours if I wanted to get to it all. But no one really wants that. So let me just say once again that it has all led us here to where we stand right now. As we sit here, we ought to ask ourselves one last question before heading into the real world. Are we ready? But before I answer that question, let me switch gears for just a bit. I'll answer that question in a minute. As I was writing the speech, I began to wonder if it even mattered. In lieu of our in-person graduation ceremony being canceled and learning that I would have to record this speech, I began to wonder if it mattered at all. But I am here now to tell you that it does matter, and I'm going to tell you why. This speech, this ceremony, they serve as a thank you to all who have helped us get here. To my friends and my classmates, I thank you. You have helped make me who I am today. We have all helped make each other who we are today. And for many of us, we will never see each other again, but we will hold on to those that we are close to, and we will continue to grow alongside them for the foreseeable future. To our teachers, coaches, other staff, and faculty, we thank you. You have worked so hard to prepare us for the world we will soon enter, and you have believed in us every step of the way and helped us achieve all that we have. To our families, we thank you. You've been there for us every step of the way and have pushed us to do our best, even when we pushed back. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you, literally. You all are the reason this speech and this ceremony have a purpose, despite them being virtual. On behalf of the entire class of 2020, I would like to extend a sincere thank you to all who have helped us get here to where we are today. Now, with all that said, let us answer the question, are we ready? And I think we are. As I said before, we've been preparing our entire lives for this, and we've had the great help of all the people I just mentioned. We have everything we need to start our lives in the real world. But I don't want you to misunderstand what I am saying. I am not saying that we all just work hard and succeed. I am saying that we have been given a foundation on which to build upon, and that we are ready to do with it what we will. But that is only as long as we actually make use of what we learned and experienced over the years, and as long as we continue to grow in the future. Now, after finally answering the question, I leave you with this. We will run into obstacles along the way, and we will fail at some point or another. But that's a good thing. If we never fail, then we can never learn from our failures and grow from them. If we're never growing, then what use are we to the world? Now, I've probably talked for long enough. Congratulations to the Frankfort Schuyler class of 2020 and all of the schools. Now, thank you to all who have helped us get here, and let's go break some eggs.